Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. A new little series I'm doing, bringing it back to the basics. This is Telex here, and we're a lot of these whiskey channels. We get carried away with what we enjoy, and we might be able to save up a little money and get that special bottle, rare bottle from time to time. But the more we do that, the more we lose focus on what a lot of people are just looking for: a good entry level Scotch that's accessible, affordable, what's good, what's not. So I thought I'd start this off. I'm going to keep it to a short review series, but I'm going to start off with my top three 12-year-old of all time. You can't really say enough great things about it. This is the Glendronach 12. And, you've got your Macallans, you've got your apple hours and such, but this is my favorite go-to 12-year-old. This is a Highland, and then it does not taste like a typical Highland. This is more heavier on the taste. Highlands are typically lighter, a little more floral, but this is more tastes more like a space side. It's more fruit forward. We'll get to that in a second. This is not chill filtered, which is a great thing, and it's not colored either, which is a great thing. All natural. That's what we want. And looking forward to coming back to it. It's been a long time since I've got to try it. Just cracked it open recently. Got past the neck pour at least to get out the cobwebs and going for a little taste. Now, this is ex Oloroso sherry and XPX sherry casks. So you're getting a bit of the savory and a bit of the sweet. So if you're not a big fan of sweet drams, this might not be for you, but I can tell you it's not as sweet, and some might say cloyingly sweet as like a Macallan or an Abelauer. So let's go and take a closer look. The first thing is funny, it hits you in two different waves, like a 1-2 left right punch. The first punch is going to be citrus fruit, like a lemon orange combo, but right afterward with the right hook, you get like more of a deep red fruit, like a currant or raspberry, strawberry. There's some really nice dark spice in there too. I can't determine if it's cinnamon or black pepper, but we're kind of in that area. There's some basil in there, kind of a herbal property. A little bit of tobacco on the end. I wouldn't call it smoke. I mean, some might call it smoke. It's not a peated whiskey by any means. It's full sherry, but I can see where someone might call the tobacco a smoky property. But it's definitely more tobacco, like a dried tobacco scent to me. Hmm. Been let it sit out for at least 12 minutes, more like 15, just to get it going well. Really nice mouth coat. Oh, it's a heavenly heavy mouth coat, which I really like, reminiscent of a Klein leash, very oily. Mm. Toffee and vanilla were the first two things. More of those fruits come in with a bit of milk chocolate. It's like light and airy. A little bit of some oaky properties in the finish. Dried grapes in there. Some black pepper. Mm. The finish is medium to long. It varies to me. It's got a little bit of leather, cinnamon, a little bit of dark chocolate. Mm. Now I can see why I missed it. I love this stuff. It's surprisingly good for the price. Let's get a drop of water and see if we can get a couple other notes out of it. You never know. You get lucky sometimes. Even at 12-year-olds or NASs, just a drop. This is 43%, so we're not going to, go crazy. A drop or two of water, and give it a couple subtle swirls. No throwing it out your Glencairn over your shoulder, any of that nonsense. Don't throw it on the floor. If you've ever seen some people, you know who I'm talking about. Some of you veterans out there, it's quite comical, but man, it's it's insane. Let's uh, let's give it ooh, it's different already. It's sweeter on the nose already with the water. Brings out like the confection sugar, like a pixie stick. Brings out like a savory note, like bread with honey. It also cuts a lot of the thickness out and brings some medium floral notes to the front. Hmm. Not grassy though, more of like just pure flowers. Very all over though with the flowers. It's like I can't pinpoint any particular one. It's not like all lilacs or all marigolds. It's more leaning towards the marigold and the your yellow orange type flowers. Hmm. This brings the palate. It has more of a hazelnut and figgy date kind of thing going on. It's very nutty. Got some almonds in there. Mm. The finish is a bit drier. I don't know if the drop of water brought some of the Oloroso properties out more. That could be why. It's a little drier. It's still long in length on the finish, thankfully. It's a bit waxier. The mouth coat is not doesn't feel heavier, but it does feel a little waxier. And there's some nice white pepper notes on the finish towards the end with the water. It kind of reminds me mm, a bit of a ginger snap. It's got a really nice balance of savory notes and sweetness, and I guarantee it's from the Oloroso and the PX Sherry. It's great balance. It's like I said, top three 12-year old, and reasonably priced. Usually, it's on the higher end for 12-year-olds, but you do get what you pay for a lot of the time. This one runs about 65 across the board from what I've seen. I'm speaking more though, like either Maryland market or overseas online. You might be able to find it cheaper, but you might see it for like 70, 75 as well. That's when I would be kind of choosy. I don't know if I would go, I definitely would not go past 75 for this. 70 is like my top dollar. 65, 60, somewhere on there would be ideal if you could find it for that. But this is really a solid whiskey. I'm going to say 4 out of 5 all day long. And I'll be talking with Malt about this in a second. So stay tuned. I'm going to start a new live stream and we'll chat about this one. And we're also going to look at a Port Charlotte MRCO1, I believe it is. MRCO1, yeah, that's going to be 59.2. That's going to be glorious. So stay tuned for the next part of the show when I start the new live stream. Slanchava for now.